Hello. How's it going, everyone? Whew. It's Tuesday after a 3-day weekend, and yeah, I'm pretty late today. My apologies. I was sitting down and I was finishing something for the sale, and you all don't care, but it's relevant. And I had my legs crossed because I woke up today and my back felt okay, and I crossed my legs like just a natural habit. Your feet right there, not my legs, just my feet. Didn't think anything of it. Got up and the bulging disc, I guess, on that side got really pissed off. And so instead of being able to be here in 10 minutes, it took 20. And I went upstairs to get my Tylenol and I grabbed, my allergy pill and took that and totally forgot to get the Tylenol. So I had to struggle back upstairs. And by then I was like, damn, I need an ice pack. So it's always something with me that you can count on. But I will always say sale canceled if I need to cancel it. And I'd rather sit here with the ice pack on and do a sale and be with all of you than just go up to bed and, lay down with a pillow in between my legs. I mean, that's not fun. So I'm Lucinda. Hi, Heidi. Yeah. Our weird bodies, right? But honestly, I didn't realize crossing my feet was gonna like flare up the whole left side of my back. But now I know, so won't happen again. Okay. Today is Tuesday, and what I have been I'm Lucinda. I'm in Northern California. Let me rewind. I'm in Northern California. I do 2-week build-a-boxes. This is the beginning of week 1. I do 3 sales a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I am invoicing out from last week. It should all be done by tomorrow night, and I'll have it packed and ready. And as long as everything is paid, it'll go out Friday or Monday, because I try to get all of it together. Sometimes there's a straggling box that winds up going out a couple days later. And thankfully, my partner is here, so he can help me with it. So I use PayPal and Pirate Ship just like everyone else. If you've never bought from me before and you are a winning bidder or a winning buy it now, there's my email. It's got a C in the middle and a .net at the end. I need your YouTube name, your real name with shipping address, including zip code, and your PayPal email connection address so that I can bill you. I only bill every about 2.5 weeks because I do 2-week build-a-boxes to save you on shipping and save me time. I don't, bill out every week and then, do the final thing with shipping. I trust y'all. If you're going to buy from me, then, I trust you. If you ever want something right away, because it's a gift for someone, it's something you want, it's special, you don't think you're coming back, that's fine. Just send me an email at mscwalker@att.net and say, I'd like you to go ahead and invoice me, and I will. And Monday through Friday, I can ship. So as fast as we can get that accomplished, I will ship it instead of doing the 2 weeks. So, despite all of my pain struggles, which, that's going to go on for the rest of my life, all I can hope and pray is that it doesn't get worse too quickly. But I'm still going to live my life to the best of my ability because, what am I going to do? Lay down and do nothing? I don't think so. I'm too young for that. I hope everyone out there is feeling well. I hope everyone, yes, I hope that so have you, darling. I hope everyone had a nice 3-day weekend. I hope that you took a moment yesterday, if not an afternoon or the whole day, depending on your family history, your personal history of people who have fallen in service to this country, to remember that. It's important. Frankly, and I can't imagine going to war or signing up for that, even with a free college ticket, and putting my life on the line and doing everything that they do. So God bless those people that keep this country still standing. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and that's all I'm going to say about that. That's my Forrest Gump quote. But, it's important to just remember, right? And not just here, but all around the world. Yeah. So I do have a little bit of allergies, of course. I apologize. Ugh, and I'm going to have a hard time moving, but I'm going to do it. So in addition, hold on. Sorry. I don't do recaps. And so if you come in late or you're watching on the replay, which is totally different, it has nothing to do with a recap, drop the item in the chat that you're interested in. Go back in time if you're here live and just drop the message in the chat. I will pull the item up. Oh, lovely, Heidi. You still have your grandfather's medal, World War II. Thank you for that. Thank you. I thank your grandfather. So, I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, usually for quite a while, Tuesdays have been my bring back what didn't sell. Last week, I did a thing where I did that, but I also said, I'm going to do a dime store, grandma and mama's type of jewelry that they would have got, right? And really, this is kind of dime store mixed with maybe, some department store, medium end. But I didn't really do that last Tuesday. I just brought I did. It was dime store, but mixed more like a lot of 70s and 80s, not 50s, 60s. So I went out of my way to sit down and do it right this time and really create a sale that would be mostly 50s, 60s, some 70s, but not very much, items that you would find at a dime store or, the lower end at a department store. So it's not going to be an all buy it now, quick, down and dirty clearance sale. See my dog going in and out over there. But I think it will be fun and entertaining. That is my hope. And I have 2 bags that I put together that are sets, like multiple. I started with a item, like the necklace, and then put together multiple pairs of earrings, bracelets, etc. And each bag has a item that is worth almost as much as the whole bag. So hopefully you will like those, and hopefully, I will do well. We'll see. Yes. And it was Heidi, World War II. And was your grandfather in Belgium fighting? Just curious. You don't have to tell me. I mean, that was, Lord have mercy. We are having some World War II type stuff going on now. Yes, we are. In many ways, in many places, but not on that level. And I just pray that with everything that's going on right now, especially in this country, that we really, really, really will take our history and put it right here and not go there again. Please, Please. Yeah. Bless his heart, Heidi. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your grandfather. So, you know. Okay. So I'm going to start out. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. But I really am in a lot of pain. So I'm going to go a little fast, but not so fast that I don't tell you what the heck the item is. Okay. Ew, and I hope, again, that everyone out there is doing well today. These are gorgeous. I'm calling this rhinestones. They're not AB, and they are, you'll see, they're so clear. They're so, maybe, yeah, I'll just let you determine. And they're small, but my God, these are one of the prettiest, smallest designs I've ever seen. And so therefore they're really lightweight. They're probably maybe 2/3 of an inch. I suspect these went with a set from an actual department store. And let's see, got to get you a little closer. And that the bracelet and necklace were signed, because these, there, my computer just adjusted, these look like brushed real gold. They're not AB stones. They've got that really, oh geez, I forgot the name of the stones, like in bar pens. They've got that clarity where there's really like the lines like a star in the stones because of the cut. They are so good. And in the middle, let me put the one down. In the middle, you see how it stands up? And this is a twisted, I'll show you with the loop, like a lined kind of twisted bump out. There you go. You can see right there. See that? I mean, they did not skimp on anything. And then on the edges here, they even went the extra mile to raise up on the sides. They are absolutely good. And they're little, but they're so nice. Here's the back. Clip on. Then, like I said, so sets often were signed on just one piece. Either it would be on the actual earring clip here, or it would be on the necklace. And because they sold the set together, they just signed it in the one place. And I'm thinking 60s on these. And nowhere on here does it say anything about, gold. And I did not test them, but I can't imagine it really is. These little, let me show you the little side parts, because it really, with the loop, it kind of looks like little butterflies or birds on the side. See that? I know my loop's a little dirty. It always is, even though I clean it constantly. But do you see how they look like little birds or butterflies? And then that bump up, really pretty. Really pretty. Starts at $20. See, so that's not so small that it doesn't get your attention. It gets your attention. And in the sun, These are going to rainbow out like nobody's business. Just stunning. Nothing missing, nothing scratched. Both clips work fantastic. And like I said, I'll measure it, but I mean, I can tell it's 1/2 inch to 2/3 of an inch. 2/3 of an inch in diameter. So those started at 20. And, you know, nobody's interested. They will go back until such a time when someone is, because they're just, yeah, if I was a bigger channel, I'd be asking more, but I'm not. Okay. Thank you for looking. I appreciate it. I will be one day. I think I'm at 577 or 578. So if I get up to 500, which is only 23 more subscribers, then YouTube will start really pushing me out and I will start to grow. So if you've got a secondary YouTube name, if you've got a friend, if you've got a cat, you know, create an account. Create an account and subscribe for me. Okay. So honestly, this is a whole thing of, you know, what you would find at Woolworths or a department store. So that means that there's rhinestones. There's also like incredibly designed plastic, because that would be what you would find at your dime store. But I can't charge 10 cents. I wish. I love the design of this. I love, and this is 1960s. This is a 1960s piece. It has, oof, it has the cotton threading. These white beads are just, you have to like plastic, and I do. And I can tell you this. You see this and how it's a split ring, and this, I'm pretty sure that's been replaced. I feel like this could have been West Germany, just because I know West Germany and I know the design of West Germany jewelry. So it goes down and they get, all right, graduating sizes. And it comes down to these large ones, and it's just got those, you know, like gold tone spacers that are wearing. Then it has the layers here, these wafers, like waving. I love that. Long black, and then in the middle there with, again, that design. And this, it's $7. Buy it now. Very lightweight, absolute dime store. Love this. And here you go. What's not to love? All you need is any silver or gold earrings you want. I mean, I happen to have on more modern long green plastic with gold on. It would match with that. It would match. I put them away. It would match with those rhinestone earrings I just had on. It would match with a pair of onyx, you know, studs. It would match with milk glass. It would match anything you want, really, or nothing. Just the necklace. Matches this sweater really nicely. I didn't even realize that. And it is about 18 inches. 18 inches long. So again, just see, I don't think you can see. This was loved. This was worn. There's tiny little lines in here to emphasize these beads. See that they're square, the cut. It's a really nice cut. And this, and there's no scratches, no wear. Like I said, the gold tone spacers have worn down to their pot metal. This was and is a fantastic plastic piece. Okay, so it too is going down. Let me reattach the clasp. $7. So that is a true dime store piece. And it looks great with this sweater. I have a lot of plastic. Hi, Melly. It makes me feel like keeping it goes so well. Oh, well. Okay. Well, let me, here. They're right here. They're right here. So let me just kind of show you through the bag how, even though that is this incredible rhinestone, it would match just fine. I like to mix and match my higher and lower end. I do it all the time. And today, in honor of this show, I am wearing these more modern, long brown and green acrylic dangle earrings with this incredible multi-piece glass and acrylic and wood 3-chained, simple but totally unique necklace, and this hinge bracelet, along with high-end jewelry, and it works just perfect. So I say that at least once every sale because I want you all to think out of the box, to think you don't need to only buy, $300 pieces of jewelry to look fabulous. I mean, this looks fabulous. And, it's nothing to, how much would someone pay for this, right? Okay, let's do another piece and see what y'all think. And I brought a little bit less because I'm going a little slow, but again, ooh, this is cool. Starting bid. I love these. Because I love plastic, and I can just see walking into a dime store and seeing these all in a row or even in a box set. I honestly think these came at one time in a set all together, but I wasn't there and I don't have the box. So, but oh my gosh. And these are all, nope, there's a couple that are clipped and a couple that are pierced. And there's one pair that would not have gone with these, but man, oh man. So those are and they weigh nothing. They're just that. These are, I swear, 1960s. And the red ones that are pierced that I'm going to show you, they're a mystery. They're not Bakelite. I'm pretty sure I tested them, but they're pretty interesting. So let me show you the red ones because they would not have been a part of the set. I would be asking 10 alone for these red ones. They are, see if the camera, let it catch up. See the lines before it. So they're like, I hope they're showing as red and not orange. They are plastic, and they do have, see the line where there's like this is sandwiched in between two other layers, creating that marbled lined effect, if you will. So let the computer catch up, because you can't see anything detailed right now with this. Come on. Boy, oh boy. Do you see all the lines? There you go. So there's whites, oranges, and they're red. You can see it more on the back side of this one. I'm going to be doing that today, I can tell. See the lines? Now, I don't think I tested these for Bakelite, but based on kind of the clear coat and the sandwiching, I sincerely doubt it. But they're really nice. They're super light. Good Lord, I am going to be dropping things today. I went to bed last night in a big fibro flare. So these are a little over an inch. And they're fabulous. So that's one pair of earrings in this set. And they're fun. They're almost like super fat instrument picks. And then you've got two sets. Your basic dime store, pink, 1960s, think Twiggy clip-ons. They're just a circle, light pink, boom, boom, about an inch across. And then you have a yellow pair. And you know, if one really wanted to, these are always just glued on. You could soak it because it's just thin plastic. Soak it, take this off, and glue on post backs. See how every time I put a color on, my outfit and my whole look instantly changes? And then these are also pierced. So there's two pierced, two clip-ons. These are my favorite. These are my green eggs and ham. I've never done that before. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, so 1960s. How fun is that? So you get one pair of pierced, these with the fun different colors, a little bit more heavy, oblong, red with orange and white streaks, pierced, and then the pink and the yellow, thin circular clip-ons that you could make into posts easy if you wanted. $16. And if someone really wanted a pair out of this set, let me know. Drop it in the chat. Like if you just want the red ones. $4. The green eggs, the green eggs would be $5, and the thin plastic would be, I don't know, $3. Both of them $5. Yeah. So let me know. Like I said last week, I said I was going to do this and I didn't. So today, this is what you're getting. This is what you're getting in. I think it's really fun. I think it's really funky. And, you know, what can I say? Okay. I'm going to, like I do, I bop around, right? Oh. And these bangles would go with those clip-ons. I love these. They're really heavy. They're really heavy. They are solid plastic, bright yellow and bright orange. When I look at my screen, I do not see like the bright. Like this looks really muted, but it is orange. It is. See, it looks like pale pink. Yeah, that doesn't help. I don't know. So these are probably not from the 70s. And I say that because they're solid, they're thick. They're probably a little more modern. They are I can't get to my scale with how my back feels, or I would. They are so heavy. They are fabulous. Let's see. I just want to get an idea. That's the wrong way around. Hold on. They are half an inch thick on the outside right here. This is from one side to the other, half an inch. And 2/3 of an inch wide right here. And they're solid. I'm pretty sure they fit me, but let me do an inside measurement. No, they're not going to fit me. They're 2 3/8, not quite 2.5. So I would want to go with a size 7 based on that. This one has one little ding where the orange is gone, and underneath is just clear white plastic. And the yellow does not have that. I am going to assume that that is because someone tested it for Bakelite. Oh, look, it will go on me, meaning that if you have a slender hand and long fingers, you could wear it as a 7.25. But I would want to go with a 7. These are fabulous. And it's 16 for the set. And I think they need to stay together as a set because they're just so unusual. I really don't want to break them up. And they make that incredible clap. So when you're wearing these, you're going to have that ASMR. They're fantastic. Okay, going down. I wonder how I'm going to, I hope everyone is enjoying my Dime Store show. I'm going to have to find my plastic crowd. You know, I am signed up with Whatnot and also with the Crazy Lamp Ladies, knickknacks, to sell live. And maybe I need to go on there to sell the plastic. Plastic is in the 80s, the plastic from the 60s. It's hot. It's trending. But it's not trending on my channel very well. Sometimes someone sees the value. So we'll see. These are awesome. But I say that all the time. Aren't they clips? Yeah. I just typed in clop. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you, Heidi. I love plastic. It goes with everything. I'm wearing plastic right now, and I look very, as far as I'm concerned, and maybe I'm just delusional, I think I look very classy. And it's just plastic. So I don't know. Thank you, Heidi. But I do. I think I'm going to have to, maybe I'll have to not do one of my YouTube days and do a whatnot instead. Maybe Tuesdays will become whatnot. That's okay. I mean, it's a sale day, but I can't add one more. Look at these. These are clip-ons. These are 100% what you would walk in the late 50s, early 60s and find at the dime store. Aren't they great? Look at these. And they're just that lightweight cut, thin plastic. It's got the, metal pulled up to create a flower effect. And then it's got the AB rhinestones. Yeah. And in addition to that, these were probably, again, maybe Japan, but maybe West Germany. I would love to have the whole set of this. This is metal. That is gold metal. So let me take one off the card and show you, and look at the layers. And see, here's the clip-on. The ABs for me, because they're on gold, are showing up very pink colors. These are, look at the construction on the back. They are not signed. I remember this type of plastic style on like my best friend's mother, who had like the big beehive hair and the, look at that. A rivet right there. The metal to hold on the flowers. And this is gold tone wrapped metal. They're really good. They have so much movement and so much design. These, even though it's just this thin little, older plastic, like the late 50s, early 60s, they were designed really well. Again, wish I had the set. So there you go. And because it's an AB, very large stone in there, it will throw off a lot of light and give this even more movement. The layers already create the movement, but this will give it even more when you're out in the sun. Isn't that cool? I love these. Special place in my heart for this. Special place in my heart. Yes, right? Well, and Heidi, that's exactly why I chose today to do this, because this is like pawing through mom and grandma's jewelry box, because, unless you grew up in a very rich family, they could not afford, tons of pearls and diamonds. And, they might have had some inherited pieces, but your everyday wear, you still saved your pennies for, the 25-cent, 80-cent, whatever earrings. You still had to save your pennies. Yes. Your cat pooped you. Yes. I don't know if all the plastic came in a set. Obviously they would just make earrings or just make bangles. But when I see something like this, I'm pretty sure that it at the very least also had a necklace designed in the same way. It's just something I know from both being a child in the 60s and 70s and from selling this stuff and reading the reference books and, researching it for so long. But that was a good question. That was a really good question, Heidi. 1¼ inches in diameter, and the way that they're layered, they are 1/2 inch in height. I guarantee you're just not going to find this lacy looking in pristine condition very often, because these were taken care of. This is a type of thing that, came apart if you were rough with it. And the gold metal is in mint condition. So, yeah. Thank you, Heidi. I love these. They're here. Well, see, this is part of why I threw together all the other stuff on Tuesdays, because as much as I love all this stuff, other people don't. I don't know what to say about it. Okay, this is a starting bid. This is a fabulous green glass. Green glass. That's funny right now. It's a private joke. Green glass, huge cocktail ring. And it is going to start at 15. It's bombastic. It is adjustable. Look at that. It is not on the right finger on me at all. It is incredible. 19 MCM to the 60s, everyone, you went out and you had cocktails. You had people over to have cocktails. Everyone had a bar cart. So they really capitalized on items like this that are cocktail rings. This, I mean, it just, here's the back. And I'm saying, yeah, it's adjustable right down in there. So currently, it's never been adjusted. No one ever, and wow, because they always start on the inside and you adjust it out. I don't think this has ever been adjusted. I'm surprised by that. So look at this. It's just a piece of green glass, but it's a really nice piece of green glass. And if you could wear this on a long finger right here or right here, it's dang sexy. Thank you, Heidi. And let's see. Yeah, Melly isn't, I think Melly's been really busy cleaning her house, and shipping orders and doing stuff. So I know I talked with her earlier, and she's just kind of watching but taking a break. So I appreciate you helping, Heidi. And Melly is just my friend as a mod. She's not, she doesn't have to do anything. She chooses to occasionally, and I really appreciate that. So without ever having been adjusted, it sits at 6.5, and there's a lot of room to adjust. So this could adjust in to be smaller. I would say down to 5.5, or it could be adjusted all the way out, probably to 6.5. I would say you could take this to a 7.5 if you wanted. And just look how huge that is. Imagine if that really was a stone and that was sterling. This would be worth, I just can't, thousands. But it's not, and it's prong set. It's open in there to the light. Let's see if it glows just for the heck of it. Heat wave. Oh, that's right. You guys are going through a heat wave. Yeah, I read about that. So I just see purple. I'm not seeing green. But let's... Well, actually, that's not true. It is glowing. There's purple, but I do see uranium in there. See, let me move it. See on the edges? Yeah, it does have uranium in it. So it's an older piece. Yeah, it does. Oh, wow. I'm surprised. I didn't think it would. Anyway, it's pretty fabulous. Oh, and you know what I didn't tell you? Might help. It is 1 inch long and 2/3 of an inch across, the stone. Super cool. Super cool. Okay. I do not want these stay in a certain place. I need to put it in a bag. And I don't want the glass to get chipped. Remember, if you come in late, you can always go back and see what I've already brought and drop it in the chat and request me to show it at any time, because I don't do recaps. So, well, y'all, I put this together thinking you might appreciate it today, but I'm not so sure that you are appreciating it. I just never know with y'all. I always just do this and do that. And, I try my best to bring the unique and unusual, but I just never know what's going on and what you guys want. I'm going to show a bag in it after this piece. This is not a VIN. Not a VIN. This is a buy it now of buy it now $6. It is cherry red. Look at that shine. It is hand knotted in between each bead, but it is not Bakelite. It does have lines along the side, so they were molded beads, but the color is so beautiful. And you see the hand knotting, to make it look fancy, because even though it's just dime store, it was fancy. And here, I'm unclear what's happening here. Okay, Melly, Please take care of yourself today. I'm not sure what's happening here because both there and here is connection, and that almost looks like it was either supposed to have a hang tag or possibly, oh, I did that weird. Hold on. But I don't care. I love the beads. The color of these beads is phenomenal. Possibly there was supposed to be a clasp and it was supposed to be 2 strands. I do not know. I do know that it's not 2 separate necklaces, and that doesn't make a lot. This one is very obvious. This is not. So yeah, I don't know, but it doesn't matter to me because to me, for $6, what I see is these fabulous cherry red, hand knotted in between on red cotton thread, like opera length necklace. That looks like Bakelite. That is really lightweight. That is totally awesome for the summer. So this one, 100%, you could do the thing that Karen, Vintage Montreal, talks about, where you double an item like this and then you hold it together with a brooch right here. So then you have double. And that's pretty groovy, right? And let's see. I don't think I really brought brooches today. I did not. Do I have any hanging around? Well, the only thing I have hanging around is this piece that I'm going to bring on Thursday. Black glass. But let's just say that I was going to do that with this huge 3-inch piece. That's beautiful. Although I think I would want, silver or gold or just other colors to make it pop more. So you could do it like that. And then obviously you can just wear it like this. And it's not opera length long, but it's long. It's long. It goes down 3. It's about 26, 27 inches long. And, it would layer with all kinds of stuff. Or, there's the other thing. I mean, I really wish that I could help you guys see what I see. You can knot something like this, and then you just right there, it's like a decoration. Boom. Yep. And I have this piece that I was tried to sell on Friday. I think I have to do it like this. So you could have that plastic, and then you could have this old glass. I know I have the other necklace on. You could have the old glass blue confetti with red and orange and blue, and the red glass spacers with the plastic. Forget about the green. See, so it's all about adding. It's all about adding. Oh, so this is not Bakelite, Heidi. This is not Bakelite, but cherry red Bakelite is some of the most desirable color of Bakelite out there. Yeah. Cherry red is some of the most desirable. I had a strand and it sold right away. So there you go. Lightweight, fun, love it. Boom. Okay, y'all. I'm going to do a bag, and it's going to start at 38. Okay. This one that starts at 38 is this bag, right? Yes. Okay. So now, I thought I brought that over. There you go. So now, the question becomes, you want me to go through every piece that's in here? I will. Or it can kind of be a surprise. So, but I did this as a themed bag. And these bags, there is a item. Like in this bag, there's a pair of vintage Taxco earrings that are worth $25 sterling silver in here. So right there, you know, you're more than halfway. To the starting bin. And so let me show you those. I mean, there's so much in this bag. And I left everything in individual bags so that wouldn't get scratched. Are they Taxco or alpaca? Hold on. Nope, these are alpaca. Excuse me. These are alpaca. Irregardless, alpaca is very popular. And these are stunning. My computer, catch up. There you go. So that's mother of pearl, crushed turquoise, a thin layer of obsidian, probably, and a thin crushed layer of coral. And there's the alpaca Mexico in the back. So they're not sterling, but they're still about $20. There's how long they are. About 1.5 inches. And then I put together a theme around this. This is, it could be 1960s, and then again, it could be pushing to the 80s, right? It's got that gold tone, and it does not have a maker on the shepherd's hook. But I love this piece. This is acrylic, but I love these stacks with the round gold domed spacers. White, black, white, black, white, black. Isn't that fabulous? And it is, the extender is about 2 inches, and it's really, really well made. Again, probably missing a hang tag. So here it is, and that is 15 inches without the extender. So all the rest of the pieces are themed around this piece that are in this bag. And it's, yeah. Okay, so just for kicks, because, you know, I mean, these, I think, though these are AB, so they're from the 50s with the wire construction, but they're so tiny and so pretty that they remind me of something that you would have worn in the Victorian or Gilded Age. They are clip-ons. And I'm not selling you like damaged or, you know, worn or, you know, it's all stuff that I've had in my inventory that, you know, I would happily sell these for $12 on their own. Yep. And they shine like crazy. So it's all themed around. So see, could put this together with this, right? You could put this together with those alpaca, because they're got reds and blacks, and they're silver, even though that's gold. And then you have these huge, I don't know if this is the original card or not. I don't think so because of the earrings. These are metal white buttons. They're about 1.5 inches. So you can put these with the necklace. Then you've got these, which, this would be another one of my first choice. Probably really reminds me of Japan. Does it say Japan? No. And maybe it's Germany. Hold on. Yep. West Germany. These are made in West Germany. The minute I saw that kind of design on the clip, I knew. And these are just acrylic, really shiny black clip-ons with gold toned spacers. So they match that earring perfectly. Again, I would be selling West Germany's really good quality. I would be asking $10 to $12 or more just for those. Look up West Germany and see what I'm talking about. Then you have this fantastic little MCM waiter pin. Like a waiter, a maitre d'. Gold and black brooch. Most definitely early 70s. Then you have options. These, I love these. These are just acrylic, but they're meant to look like mother of pearl onyx and silver. They are pierced. Aren't they spectacular? And they're wavy. So even if you don't want, certain whatever, the amount of, I would be asking $10 or $12 just for these, maybe $15. These are really well made. Then I also threw in, again, pierced, gold tone, white acrylic, is it three layers, essentially, probably 80s or 90s, pierced ear rings, which would go perfectly with the necklace. Don't have jet beads. Oh, because those are plastic, Heidi. The West Germany that I pulled up, they are acrylic. Otherwise, I would be questioning if they were type of jet or just black glass. Jet and black glass are not the same. And in fact, jet is a whole nother kind of story, if you will. There's jet that was mined in one place that was a coal, and then a seashell, like the stuff for the cameos. That's different. Jet was a coal mineral, and it ran out relatively quickly when it became in style, and so then it became black glass. So yeah, that's a whole thing. And then I just threw these in for fun. This one is missing just 2 stones right there, but the paste stones that are inset down in these hearts on this silver tone, This is a older costume jewelry piece. It's definitely like on a pot metal. So I think this one has some age, but it is missing a few stones. But I mean, you're getting it for nothing. That is just acrylic. And I'm not giving you measurements because I don't see any interest. That is a little like rhinestones, and this went with a set that was stacker gold tone. Does anyone remember kind of like the puzzle rings, how they would stack? There would be 3 or 4 to 5. I remember that as a child. That is the only one. And then this is another very similar, just acrylic, meant to look like a stone, gold tone. So that's everything in the bag. And it starts at $38, and that's, like I said, if I was selling it individually, all these pieces would be, I'd be offering be over 100. So there you go, and worth it as well. Like the necklace itself, that's a $15 necklace all day long. It's a really good one. So nobody's interested in that. Well, I only have one other bag, and somehow I doubt that anyone will be really interested in it. So I'll tell you what. If someone comes in and you go back and you rewatch, or you let me know that you're interested in it because you're interested in purchasing, it's a totally different setup, different colors and all that, let me know and I'll show it to you. Okay. This is a starting bid. I hope everyone is doing well out there. These are beautiful. They're not ear climbers, but they're left and right. Blue rhinestones. They're so beautiful. Starting bid of I love these. I have done image search for these exact earrings several times and have never found these exact earrings. Look at these. These are, oh Lord, I just, Givery, Givre glass. Now, Heidi, that's a good, hold on. I that's a good question. So that is my understanding. I've just been learning about this because there's so many types of glass. So you see how there's white and blue, clear and blue, and it changes almost like dichroic glass with the light just a little. That, as far as I know, when I was researching something else, what I'm just learning is it's called, I don't know how to pronounce that, Givre. And these are left and right sided clip-ons. And here is a dark blue rhinestone. Prong set. Silver. They're absolutely beautiful. Now, Heidi, what were favorite color combinations in jewelry? Well, in the 70s, very much the red, white, and blue came up because, it was our bicentennial. So that became really popular. I have plastic in every color combination you can think of, but I think there was always a white with some other type of color. A red, I have a yellow back there. Red and black was very popular. White and black. I have a few more that I'm showing you today, but always with white and then a silver or gold tone. But they did so much with plastic. I don't think they kept it simple and they didn't keep it simple, if that makes any sense. So now see, I picked them up because I undid the clips, and that's backwards. You would not put them like that. They're poking you in the face. These are kind of, they're basically are ear climbers. Why is that? Because they climb up your ear. And they're left and right sided. And I'll show you the back in a second after I put them on. Hold on. So see how they, hold on. I have my other earrings on. Let me take it off for just a second. I want you to see these because these, I love this style. It's very cool. See how they climb up your ear? Very kind of Lucille Ball, late 50s look, where it just covers your whole earlobe. And they're pointed. And you do have to do the left and right because otherwise it's poking you. Look at these. They're so pretty. Just hoping you can see that. So pretty. And they literally comes down here, and then this last climbing piece is all the way up to my inner ear. And this piece is out away from my ear quite a bit. Fantastic. So let me show you the backs. You thought that the GIVRE means opaque, Melly? Because this is just something I just learned. So all I know is I was doing a dive on something else, and it came up with that is a type of this glass. And I was like, oh, so then I did a whole dive on that glass, which I cannot say the name of. And I was like, so if it means opaque, that makes sense because they are color changing. Like when I'm holding them in my hand right here and now, they simply look light blue. But once you get them over to the light, then they start doing the blue and white, kind of like dichroic glass. And look at the back. The construction is really, so if it's called opaque, if that's a word, a fancy name for opaque, that totally makes sense. And see, the clips are held on with a rivet. The construction is really good, and yet they're lightweight. Everything about these is great. I've never, this is a rare, so Heidi, I don't know, like in general, the answer to everything, but this is a rare color wave in earrings, and that opaque or givery or giveray or whatever it is it's out there, but I don't find it quite as often. And it is the actual glass. It is not foiling that's making it change colors. Let me look at something right here. I just noticed this interesting thing. Hold on. Because I don't want to be making stuff up. I don't do that. I'm very, like, if I ever think I see something and need to correct myself, I do it instantly. No, that's just where the two types of poured glass come together. Okay. Okay. So there you go. And they are probably an inch, maybe a little more. An inch and a quarter long, and at the widest, 2/3 of an inch wide. Frosted. There you go. I could see that. I could see frosted. Yeah, they're really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put them back on the cards and move on. Is there anything that I might have that is in the vein of what I've been showing you that someone might be? French? Yeah, that's what I thought, Heidi. I was thinking French, and I was like, I'm going to butcher this word, so I'm not even going to say it. Is there anything in this line that anyone is interested in? Remember, unfortunately, my back went out right before I came on. I mean, I have stuff that, didn't sell from last week. And if people are not interested in my Dime Store, I can try to get one of those trays and just start selling you, stuff at a reduced price from previous sales. Let me know. Let me know if that's what you would be more interested in. And, people, it's still the end of the month. People just came back from Memorial Day, and the gas and traveling, all that had to be pretty expensive. So, but it takes a lot of work to set up, sales. And so if people, it would be great, I guess, if I got feedback that, yes, I really do like this type of sale. I just can't buy right now. Please do it again next week. Or no, I'd rather that you just did clearances on Tuesday, or, something like that, to help me know what you want. Because if I know what you want, then that's what I'll put together, because I have so much. But if I don't get any feedback, then I don't know what to do, except to just keep on coming up with my own ideas and doing it, right? So, yeah, just let me know. Okay. Let's see. Because based on what I've shown and what else I have in the box, I'm thinking, I don't know. If you've just come in, you can put your speed settings on double and go back and see what I've brought, and drop it in the chat that you're interested. Oh no. Oh, Melly, honey. Yeah, that's fine. I totally don't blame you. I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind being in bed right now. When this is over, I will be trying to get up the stairs and going right back to bed. And I also may end early based on how much pain I'm in and the fact that, nobody's interested in what I brought, which is fine. You don't have to be. But, you don't have to be. And you don't have to buy to be here either. But when I'm in pain, then so this is choice. Right, Heidi, I wish. All I did was cross my feet. So these are pierced. These are pierced. These are, look at that. They are white enameled over that gold color. And these swivel. Here is the back. Oh, I'm sorry, Melly. I didn't mean to worry you. I literally was just sitting in my chair, and I stood up, and it was going to be, 10 minutes, and I couldn't move. And then I was like, oh, crap. And then I forgot my Tylenol. So I had to go up and down the stairs twice. So this has 2 different backs. Nothing I can do about that. And they're heavy. These are metal. These are solid. These are, there's a little bit of give there, but they're solid. And I would say these are 80s. Isn't that great? These would look good with that bag I showed. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And rain came in yesterday, like just drizzly rain. My garden, the eggplant and the tomatoes and everything had water on the top of the garden, and all the leaves were holding raindrops. And so at about 4:30, I was like, that's it. I'm going to bed. It was terrible. I was in a lot of pain. And these 2, same thing, heavy white enameled with this beautiful gold tone, and they move. Pierced earrings. And this, I really don't think this says made in Korea. I don't, and see under here, surgical steel. I don't think any of that's true. I think someone just stuffed these on earring cards to sell them. I never pay attention to the cards. Melly, those look like something Monet or Anne Klein would make. Yes, I agree. They're very high designer looking to me. They then they're not on these cards. Resellers, in a antique mall, whatever, they just throw things on cards. And look at excuse me. Look at the back. This is so well constructed. It's hanging on a bar. That's really well done. Wow. I actually don't often see construction done that well. No. Yeah. I need to look these up. They're not signed though, Melly. And Melly, oh my God, and woke up with your neck. Yeah, because it was crimped in the wrong way, right? Yes, door knockers, Melly. That too, door knockers. Yep, I remember that expression. I was going to say that, door knockers. When I go to sleep at night, I have, like we talked about this, I buy new pillows, and I'm just about to do that about every 6 months. And I have so many pillows, and then I don't want to throw them out, but I wind up throwing them out eventually. I have to have the pillows exactly correct, cradling my neck and my shoulders, and I can only sleep on one side, and then it's a whole pain in the butt, because if I fall asleep, let's see what the inside of these look like. If I fall asleep with my neck in any way not in the exact right position with just the perfect pillow in there, I wake up in screaming pain. And I've got a disc out in my neck and probably stenosis there as well, because I'm waking up with pain in my fingers that takes most of the day to go away. And these two, look, they have the same bar construction. These are really nice, but they are heavy, but they're fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Oh, Melly, I'm sorry. Hi, Billy. How are you? Billy, I want a video of the park. If you walk home and you go through the park, I want a video. $7, your choice. Now you've got to have, younger ears, because they're heavy. They're heavy. You know that song? I'm going to date myself here. He's not heavy. He's my brother. I can't sing. Tell me I'm not the only one who knows that song, you guys. Please, please. Don't make me feel too old. Oh, my Lord. Okay, I'm going to bring these and those. I brought these before. I'm bringing them again. I cannot believe that. I I don't know. I guess I just have like a crazy taste. Maybe I'm one of the last holdouts who loves all this old Woolworths costume jewelry. I don't know. It's possible. Anything's possible. I love these. I don't get it. I love them. Now, why is that doing that? Hold on. Oh, no. Ugh, Millie. See, then that. Well, Millie, yeah, the new frequencies. I totally. But also, when I'm in a pain flare, I can be exhausted out of my mind. But I can't sleep right. Like I sleep, but I know I'm awake and I'm having a weird dream, but I'm not, like I'm not in REM. And for me, a lot of that is fibromyalgia. So these are incredible, fabulous, adjustable cocktail rings. There's this one here. And this one. And I'll show you individually. See, Melly, I love this ring. And it fits on a finger this is where I wanted it to fit. Look at how I got this from Melly, everyone. It's beautiful. It fits perfect. I love it. Cha-cha-chas, right? These are great. So this one is gray blue AB coated beads on a silver tone adjustable ring. And they are meant to, move around in all different positions and make a little noise as you sip your cocktail, as you're shaking up the martini mixer, your whatever cocktail you're having, right? It's fabulous. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and they're on little silver rods, silver tone. So there's 8 of those, and it is a size 6.5, and you could widen it to a 6 3/4, but I wouldn't. Maybe a 7, and just have them this and this hitting right together. But I don't like that on adjustable rings because then it pinches your skin. So I would not go over 6 3/4. And you can smush it down to probably a size 6 easy. Okay. And this one is beige faux pearl, Tahitian purple pearl, green, lime green, like, is it lime green acrylic that looks like glass, and little tiny beige pearls. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And of course it's on rods. Yeah, Millie, I have a moo I picked up at the thrift store. I wish my mom used to wear muumuus, the 1960s, 50s muumuus. I would love to find. I should look online for those. I loved them. They're so comfortable, and they're a house dress in addition. And see, this is how. See there, they're just on a rod, curved around this setting right there. Yeah, Heidi, exactly, right? And this one is not adjustable. This one is not adjustable. And this one is a size 6, which totally tracks. Love this. Love this. See, and they're just, I'm a 7.5 right there. But look, it matches this funky geometric necklace I'm wearing and the plastic earrings. If this fit me, I would have a whole set going on right now. Yep. Okay. Okay. But I do. So I'm going to get me some of those 1950s, 1960 muumuus if they're in good shape. And then I have rediscovered, I've been wearing just like long t-shirts to bed forever. And I have rediscovered the joys of actual nighties for the summer. Yeah, go figure. Only took me forever. But, okay. I think is there anyone here who's interested in anything in particular? I've been on hour and 35 minutes, hour and a half. And like I said, my back really went out right before I came on. So, I put together the sale thinking that it would be fun and bringing, the rhinestones, the unusual dime store, not just your most basic, like whatever, like those lace cut plastic clip-ons. Wow. And you know what you can do? The other thing with clip-ons, I think I'll show these. You can put them in your hair on a barrette or not, on a scrunchie or a hair tie. You can clip them on your shirt, on your sweater. There's a lot you can do with clip-on earrings. Oh, yes. Heidi, exactly. See, that's the other thing. Because I'm mostly housebound sorry, I'm talking into my can and it's echoing. Because I'm mostly housebound these days and summer is coming, just slipping something on and off and being able to even crawl into bed when I don't feel good. Exactly. And Moroccan, that's what, again, my can is echoing. Sorry. That's the style, Moroccan and Indian, that was all the rage in the 60s, 70s. Yep. Oh, velvet? You're fancy. You have them in velvet? Wow. Are they vintage? The velvet Moroccan, like muumuu house dresses? Are they? Wowzers. Yeah, no, none of that. I get all nice and dressed up to come be with you guys. and then I go get my pajamas back on after a little bit and go back to bed. Okay, so this is going to be a buy it now choice. And this for me is a serious giveaway price if you know me. But these are a great. Yeah. Yep. I like that, Heidi. So that's something that I've been doing for the last year or so, is really cutting down on the amount of clothing items I have, and making everything just real easy to, get on, get off, and color coordinate. Yep. So this is some of my, y'all don't have to like it. That's okay. These are some of my favorite things ever in plastic. And they're the ones that can sew it so easily be, I always have to undo the clips to show you, be worn in your hair or on your shirts, let alone your ear. These ones, look at the flecks. The gold and copper flecks and purple in the black. It reminds me of the super thin gold foil sheeting. Obviously, I do not see, and still the red. Obviously, I do not think. There's also midnight blue and light blue in here. There's a whole universe going on. I hope you can see the whole universe. I don't feel like you can't. The dark blue is getting washed out in the black. There's a lot of super dark blue, but it is just getting washed out in that black. You got to trust me when I tell you there's on the bottom, there's all this midnight blue. Melly, you realized how old some of your clothes are? Yeah, doing laundry. Yeah, not threadbare. Yep, nope. I have stuff I've had forever. So I'm not trying to, I don't want to go out and spend, and I'm not, and I haven't, hundreds of dollars on new clothes. I can't afford anything like that. Luckily, I have a daughter who's, about my size. We exchange clothes a lot. We have the same taste. These are fabulous. But I want things simple. I'm only going to get older. I want them to look nice. I want them, like, my daughter just gave me this green t-shirt. I have lots of different t-shirts in a different color wave. And, some have a little edging, and some have a little whatever, they all have a something, but they're a different color and they're just super easy to put on with a pair of pants. These are silver, like New Year's Eve. See the half moons in there? On light blue with a clear coat. Clip-ons. And there's layers in there, and it doesn't show well on the TV. I mean, the TV, whatever. The computer, depends what device you're watching it on. There's the back. And so now, here's what I was saying. You can clip these like this. There you go. That's one example. Oh, yeah. I wish I would lose weight. It would help my back a lot, but, I'll get there. I've got a lot going on. And then these are, it looks like little abalone pieces, and I'm sure that's what it's meant to look like. They're black, but that's just foiled. Isn't that spectacular? And I actually showed this, and I think it's a thumbnail on one of my videos. And they're all a little over an inch in diameter, and they're all, this one's slightly domed. This one's very domed, right? And this one, that's the same one. Oh, because I have these on. And that one's about medium domed. So, and the other thing you can do is you can put these on a barrette and put them in your hair to adorn your hair. The other thing you can do, yeah. Oh, that's another idea, Millie. You can do like this in the middle or on the side of your shirt. And so let's check this out. I am now really curious about this. Got all these things on. $4 a pop. Y'all, these are some serious MCM stuff. Oh, yeah, the postage would be crazy, honey. Oh, it's too far away. God bless America. I don't think I can get it. Okay, remember when I wrapped the necklace? I doubled it and I wrapped it. So with a really lightweight or with a lot of a larger spacing in between, you could clip one of these on or two on to give the pop and clip the necklace together on the silk thread. You're just going to have to work out which necklace would work like that. Yeah, purse, hat, tie, all of that. Yep. Okay. Well, y'all, 1 hour and 41 minutes. Hi, lurkers. How are you? Is there anyone who has gone back and is interested in anything I have brought? Oosh. Is there anything that anyone would like to see? You know, like I have a double strand Triffarri necklace. I have glass pearls. I have, you know, screw on, beautiful rhinestone. They go this way. Really long rhinestone earrings, screw-ons. These are gorgeous. I have these. These are more your like 1990s, probably 1990s. Really cool, different layers. Pierced earrings. So they pretty much go with anything gold or silver. They're really cool. And they're very long. They would go with what I'm wearing right now if I wanted to wear them instead of these. About 2 inches long. I have bangles. These have a pattern on them. They are square round. They're really cool. They are just a little too small for me, or I would be keeping them. You know, and I have an old, it's not AB, just an old crystal, either early 50s or late 30s necklace on a chain. Yes, square bangles. Yes, they're square round bangles, Melly. Blue marbling effect. They're round on the inside, but they're square on the outside. So, anything anyone's interested in? I mean, I have a few more costume jewelry rings. But I spent time putting this, going through my boxes and putting this together, and thinking that y'all might enjoy a change of pace. And I do have another bag, but the first bag, nobody seemed interested. So, I'll show it, but I'll show the bag. and then I'm closing. And in the meantime, if you've come in late and you want to put your thing on 2x and drop something in the chat, go for it. You want to see the square bangles, Melly? Of course you may. There, I paid up. I'm not asking a lot more than at all. But if I, Heidi, it is sad, but the thing is all the resellers I know right now are really struggling to sell. So, I mean, it's like owning a business, right? Yeah, if I doubled the price on these that I paid for them, then I don't think anyone would buy them, even though I think they're like totally worth, I think they're worth $15 a piece. But hey, ouch. Let's see. That. Come on, computer. So these are not from I do not believe these are from the, Dime Store, but they're really cool bangles, and I call them marbled, but they're really more of this, I don't even know what design you would call this. And they're like a baby gray blue with a darker midnight blue and some white in there. I hope you can see that. They're just completely random. Yes, kind of marbled. Color is like a blue. I know this is terrible lighting. There you go. It's like a blue. There you go. It's an off-color blue. That some of the lines, kind of the marbling, is a little like black in the lines, but that's really like a dark blue. And then there's the lighter blue. We'll see down there. And each area is just, see, then it carries over this down to here and into the inside. Along here, and it's kind of, this is indented cut, and then goes up and then down. You see that? So that this actually is forming like an actual oval. Jeans, yes, blue jean. There you go, blue jeans. That's I would go with that. Heidi, you're so smart. Blue jean colors. And see, this is darker than this. So they're just totally random. And they're a little heavy. They're solid, just like the orange and yellow ones I brought up. And they actually fit me. They actually will go on to me at a 7.25. It's a little tight, but they would. So I would say size 7. I did not spell square right. There you go. There's the colors. Size 7. And yeah. So thank you. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, I thought so. These are really cool. And honestly, next time they come up, I'll be asking $15 a piece for them. Thank you, Billy. I really appreciate that. I hope you have a lovely evening, Billy. Okay, so yeah, as always, I have quite a bit more in my box over there. That I'm going to show the bag. I don't know why. Nobody, maybe someone watching on the replay will be interested. I don't know. Maybe. Good. Oh, that one started at 38. And, this is not inventory that I'm trying to offload. This is me trying to make something fun for you all to have and throwing in a piece or two that is worth just the starting bid, and putting together so they have a theme as opposed to just random, because I do about once a month I throw together a large bag of a whole bunch of stuff, and that's inventory that's been sitting around, or that I got in a lot and it's not the type of thing that I want to sell, even for a dollar, because it's not what I sell. It doesn't mean it's hideous or whatever. So about once a month I drop one of those, and that's just a mixture of all kinds of stuff. These are curated bags. Okay, mixed wearable jewelry bag. This one starts at 35, and I keep doing that, putting in 25. Yep, hugs and kisses to you, Billy. This starts at 35, and this has got a lot in it. This has got a lot going on. And I'm going to open another thing of this soda. I found another one of these cans 2 days ago that had a totally popped up top, way higher than it should be, and I immediately put it aside because I had one that I opened that exploded on me recently. So, literally like blew my finger up and my finger hurt for 24 hours because it has a seltzer in it and it was overfilled. So pay attention to these, y'all. You could actually really hurt yourself. Imagine if it blew into your eye. I'm not joking. Yeah, like that seems ridiculous, but it's a fact. So I threw this in here. It's in a little box. It is just a costume jewelry set, but it is a nice little set of a little like olive green, purple, not olive, green, purple, riveted on faux pearl with, it's got a really nice bail. And these little rhinestone, they might be CZs, I really don't know. On this teeny tiny thin chain, I don't think it's sterling silver, the chain. Let me just look again to see if it says, because right there that would be something. No, it's not, but it doesn't say it anywhere. But look at how fine the chain is. Really nice. It's about a 16-inch chain. Yeah, my back is killing me. And sorry. And there's the pearl. It's a great bail. No one but you is going to know that that's not real. It absolutely looks like a real pearl and real. I think they are CZs. They're very crisp. So that's one thing. Yeah, my back is done. Oh, which is fine. I haven't sold a single item. Not a single item. Don't know what to say about that. This is it Japan or West Germany? Sorry. No, it's a coral. Does it have the Pegasus? Hold on. Nope, it doesn't have the Pegasus, so it's, late 60s. Coro, says it on there. Here's the extender. It is a beautiful, this would match those bracelets. It is a beautiful, it's got black, they're a blackish green. Seed beads in between these swirled mauves and gray graduated sizes, 4-strand necklace. It's a really nice one, really pretty. Really pretty. Oh, Heidi, go take care of yourself, honey. This is the last thing I'm showing, and somehow I doubt that it'll sell, and but maybe someone watching on the replay. I don't know. All of this is going to come back up individually. I mean, get the bargain while you can get it, right? These don't want to cooperate. Hold on. These are a little bit later, but they're just a really nice lever back brushed silver tone earrings, which would go wonderfully with this, right? If you want to take it silver, it does have a silver clasp. I'll try to behave, and you do the same. Then it has these, which do not say 925. So I've never tested them. Now they're silver. See, I tried to do it. They're really fantastic. Probably 70s. Curved, like kind of like a clamshell hoops. Pierced. Good, Heidi. This last blue, very, very light blue with quartz. Is it? Yeah. I think that's a type of quartz. Spacers and a wooden ball. Now this does have gold tone, but I still think it goes with the colorway, right? We're on a theme here. That's the deal. Okay, Melly, go for it. Take care of yourself. Like I said, nobody's going to want this bag anyway. I'm just showing it, This in here has I'm not going to take it out of the bag. It's a red with gold foiled heart pin and 2 pierced matching red heart earrings. The pin with the arrow through it is about 3 inches across, and the heart earrings are more than they're about 2/3 of an inch. Then if you wanted to go gold tone, these are some just small little acrylic with rhinestones, gold tone lever back that I threw in there because, this also has little gold spacers. So, options. Girls like options, right? And these have a pair of sterling silver earrings that are very old in them. So they're worth $20, $25 right there. These really cool takeoff on Art Deco pierced, which would absolutely go with the Coro necklace. And last but not least in any way in this bag is these. I think these are pot metal. These are probably paste stones. I think these are antique. They're open to the light. I do not have a presidium. I cannot imagine that they're diamond. But, I have no way to test them. They are incredibly tarnished. Look how old these are. I mean, they set into there, and this is a super thick. Everything about these, and if you see on the inside, you can see that is like it's sterling silver over pot metal. I bought these there from a reputable reseller. They were tested. They're all sterling silver, and they're just this like kind of horseshoe oval. So they would be tight. You would need a thinner ear. Mine's a little chubby. And they need, they're tarnished. They need cleaning. They're about half an inch long. So these earrings right here are worth $20, $25. And if they're, I know they're antique. And if they're little diamond chips, because I don't have a presidium, there you go. They're 2/3 of an inch long. Okay. You're on Friday night? Oh, good. Okay, Melly. Okay. Yeah, don't fall asleep sitting up. So there you go. These right there are worth almost everything that's in the bag, but you get a whole bunch more, including a very old Coro piece. So I promise you, I know the prices I pay for things. I know the prices that things are worth. I know something like this is just kind of a throwaway. I would be asking $3, $4 for these on their own. This set, I would be asking 10 to 12. Yep, it's definitely worth, it's probably worth about $50. Okay, well, y'all, thank you for being here today. Based on how today's sale went, and based on how sales have been going in general, across the board for everyone, I may not come on Thursday or Friday. I'm really not sure. I appreciate everyone who is here. I appreciate everyone lurking. I appreciate everyone looking. I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate if you subscribed and you're helping me to reach 500. All of that good stuff. But I really, I don't have a good body, and I need to invoice and pack. And I haven't had, two going into now my third week in a row of sales this low in a long time, nor I suspect has a lot of other resellers. So if I come on Thursday, Friday, maybe it'll be like 10 items and I'm going to bounce. Something like that. Yeah, see, I've been on 2 hours, not sold one item. Not good. And I know my prices are competitive. So love you all. Let me remove this from here. Thank you again. And I think, I think Thursday I'll come on with 10 items and just do, 45 minutes. And Friday, maybe, maybe not. Okay. Take care, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful next couple of days. Please be kind. You never know what someone's going through. Okay. Good night.